Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm taking a look at a company known as Compromise Gaming. They've got kind of a little weird niche that they're trying to fill with their gaming PCs. But before we get into the video, guys, make sure that if you guys are at all interested in the new next generation of graphics cards that are going to be coming out, make sure to stop by the stream tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming at around 12 p.m. EST, so you guys can kind of do that for your own time zones. But yeah, we'll be checking that out tomorrow. Probably be a pretty fun stream. I'll be doing Q&A afterwards. As well, if you guys end up watching the video and liking it, leaving a like really helps me out, and hitting subscribe also helps me out as a content creator. So let's get into the video. So this company was recommended to me in my Discord chat, and someone said it was like, hey, why don't you guys go check out this company. And I was like, okay, that sounds fine. And I got into the site, and I was kind of confused about a lot of stuff that was going on here. I mean, it looked like they were selling, game PCs, but they all look really old and really weird. Like these cases, I've never seen this case before. It looks really like 2008-ish. Like it's like around that time period. Like the modern case aesthetic is just kind of slim cut corners. If you've ever seen like an NZXT case, or a lot of other modern cases try to go with that sleek minimalistic look. And this just kind of shows the age of these cases. But let's not get hung up on aesthetics here. I think the most important thing about a PC is the internals and the price. And that was the oddest thing to me. The oddest thing to me was looking at these PCs and looking at their prices, because you're not giving a direct price for the computer. So if we go to their gaming desktops, they've got a bunch of different computers for them, but it says that you're paying $208 a month, which is kind of odd. I've never really seen a computer company that really only advertises their stuff as being able to be paid monthly. I mean, a lot of computer companies will let you have that option to, pay as you go with it. But this company strictly makes you have to pay on a month-to-month basis. Now, me personally, I've always hated leasing things, especially cars. Like I think it's just a dumb concept, because you're paying into something for a long amount of time, and while you're paying for the thing, it's still not even yours. And I've looked at a lot of things on Reddit and stuff like that. They have software in these machines that will lock them down. I guess if you have any sort of violation with your contract or something like that. I mean, I feel like it'd probably be pretty easy to get around. Again, it's just software. But again, I don't know. I don't like leases. But I guess I could probably, kind of work my way around it if there's, some sort of value proposition there. And these guys do let you own it. So I guess you have a certain amount of time in your contract with these guys for the computer. And then after you're paying for the contract, the PC is then yours. So whenever you pick a PC, you can actually pretty much customize the whole thing. There's not really a whole lot of stuff that you're really limited on. I think that's probably one of the best things about this site, is that you've got a whole lot of customability. You've got you can pick all your different kinds of cases. You can pick your processor. You can pick all of your cooling stuff, your motherboard, your graphics card, all of your storage stuff, and then your power supply. And this is the spec list that we're looking at. I actually think that it's a pretty decent gaming PC for the above $1,000 price range. And the payment per month, if you pay, okay, this is the other thing that I'm so confused on. So you can pay either once a month, or every 2 months, or once every 2 weeks. Now it doesn't make sense to me, because there's 4 weeks in a month, and 2 payments a month, and 1 payment every 2 weeks is the same thing. So why is there 2 different options here? But if all of you guys are looking at the price underneath, the cash price for this whole entire build is what I'm assuming is what it's going to cost, and after you're finished your payment, this is how much you're going to be ending up paying out for this computer. Now again, I absolutely hate putting together parts lists on a PC part picker, because again, you're always just going to blow them out in terms of value. So I always go over to another company and make sure that I'm not losing my mind when I see a almost $2,000 PC with a GTX 1660 Ti in it. So we're gonna head over here to VRLA Tech, again, one of the better companies out there, and we're taking a look at their Apollo. Now this is their $1,000. The base spec is $1,000. And we're gonna be taking a look at this. So we've got a same processor, roughly the same board. That is what's on this desktop. And then we've got a 500 watt ID plus power supply. It's a little bit of a worse power supply, but the other one doesn't say that's rated, so I'm gonna say that they're roughly the same. And in terms of storage, we've got a 0.5 terabyte NVMe SSD, so that's on par with what we got here. And so the storage is basically the same, a pretty similar tower, 16 gigs of DDR4 memory, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060, a pretty decent case. And all that stuff. I mean, it looks pretty good. And I put in 3 RGB fans and I added in the Wi-Fi, and we're sitting here at $1,200. Now, overall, this thing is going to give you better performance than what this one's going to give you, mostly because you've got a better graphics card. You've got an RTX 2060 in here rather than a GTX 1660 Ti. And I'm like, holy crap, look at that price difference. You're looking at a $1,900 gaming PC versus a $1,200 gaming PC. That's a $700 difference. And I just think that it's dumb. I think that this is a dumb kind of market that they're trying to get into. So guys, this is why I think it's really stupid. So the total cost of the thing, you know, divided by the amount of money you're going to be paying per month, you're going to not have this PC. So you're physically going to have the PC for 9 months, and I guess you're in a subscription basis, so it's probably a little bit more affordable in those 9 months. But it's kind of dumb because you don't technically own it. Like, it's not your PC. You can't do any sort of hardware changes. You probably aren't allowed to do any of that sort of stuff. Like, you can't do any changes to the computer physically with its components. And probably there's a lot of restrictions on software, on system software that edits any sort of driver level access. There's probably not a whole lot of stuff that you can do legally with this PC within that 9-month period. And again, I just dislike leasing stuff. It's one of the dumbest ideas for consumers, and probably one of the smartest ideas that business people have ever come up with. We're like, hey, you can pay us and you don't even get to own the product, right? That's kind of the idea that I get from this. Now, again, when I ever take a look at these kind of companies, I always kind of take a look at Reddit and stuff like that. So I was taking a look on Reddit, and apparently there's a big thing where these guys, sometimes people will stop paying for the PC and then sell it on something like Craigslist and stuff like that, and then give it to someone else, which in turn is not necessary. Like, you're still liable for a crime. You're still technically stealing for some odd reason. So the things is, I bought a gaming laptop off OfferUp that I found out is still owned by a rent-to-own company. What is my best course of action? Obviously, the guy has not responded to my messages. We met at a public place. All I have is this message between us and the app. The computer company that owns the computer is No Compromise Gaming. They have the ability to lock the computer. I didn't make contact with a company who want me to send it back, but I don't think that that's the best idea. Any help is appreciated. And then a guy from robbery_homicide, he's a quality contributor. I don't really frequent Reddit, so I don't know the lingo here. But it says, he's like, yeah, once you find the laptop belongs to the No Compromise Gaming Company, if you keep it, you're committing theft. And it's like, he starts putting a bunch of like articles of like how you're gonna get in trouble in here. I'm like, oh dude, that sucks. That's why I dislike rent-to-own companies now. After taking a look at it, probably would not buy from them. I would probably recommend just buying the PC up front, and then it's yours. Like, you don't have to worry about it. You can do as much stuff as you want to. I mean, of course, you're probably going to void your warranty with it, but who cares? It's yours. It's your problem now. It's not like these guys can just kind of rip it from under you. So guys, thanks for watching. I know this is a shorter video. My throat's been killing me recently. This is like the first day I've been able to talk. For those of you who aren't in the Discord, which I don't know how you're not at this point, I said that I've got a virus known as hand, foot, mouth. It's usually a virus that only like infants get, like when they're in daycare and preschool, and it's kind of odd for me to get it because I'm an older person. But it basically what it does is it's like the name of the virus, hand, foot, mouth. You get sores on your hand, foot, and mouth. And I only have it on my hands and my mouth right now, which I guess is fine as in like the state I'm in right now. I probably wouldn't want it on my feet, mostly because I just got surgery on my feet for ingrown toenails. and it would not be good for me to have sores all over my feet with a open wound in the middle of my toe. So yeah, it's probably a good deal, but in terms of just talking, these the sores in my back of my throat really are rough, when especially on like swallowing or something like that. So that's why I haven't been uploading a whole lot recently, and I probably should stop talking now because it's starting to hurt. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Join the live stream tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.